Welcome to Tweakatune, the YouTube channel especially created to provide feedback and promotion from millions of aspiring songwriters all over the world. Mary Dawson is a published professional songwriter and author of the book How to Get Somewhere in the Music Business from Nowhere with Nothing. Her 25-year background as a songwriter, instructor, and coach has motivated and equipped her to help others polish their craft of songwriting. Now join us for this week's edition of Tweakatune.
Well, hello everybody. I'm Mary Dawson and this is Tweakatune. We're so glad to have you on board today. We're always proud to feature a Texas songwriter, and we have one from right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex where we're located with Tweakatune. And our gentleman's name today is Theodore Henning. He's from Arlington, Texas, and he's been a very active member of the Fort Worth Songwriters Association for a long time. He's also very accomplished in guitar, banjo, harmonica, and dobro. For many years, he led a coffee house called Apostle Credo in Fort Worth. And in addition, he lived for a number of years over in Indonesia and has produced a whole CD of songs that he wrote in Indonesian. So we have so many talented people here. Let's listen to his song. It's called I Want to Dream in Color, Not This Black and Blue.
I wanna dream in color, not this black and blue. Soar high like an eagle, feel the breeze upon my face. Stare down every evil, to wake up feeling safe. I wanna dream in color, not this black and blue. 1,000 people pass me on the bus and on the street. Do they see my scars, my aching heart from my pain retreat? If I'm not the kind who backs away or gives in to defeat, why this labyrinth of emotion keeps haunting me? Yeah, I wanna dream in color, not this black and blue. Soar high like an eagle, feel the breeze upon my face. Stare down every evil, to wake up feeling safe. I wanna dream in color, not this black and blue. Relationship ain't easy, this one breaks me down. I won't survive if I'm not alive. I need a haven in this town. If I'm not the kind who backs away or gives in to defeat, why this labyrinth of emotion keeps haunting me? Yeah, I wanna dream in color, not this black and blue. Soar high like an eagle, feel the breeze upon my face. Stare down every evil, to wake up feeling safe. I wanna dream in color, not this black and blue. Oh,
Well, I love this hooky melody. I have to say this melody stuck with me long after I was working on the song. Of course, it's a verse-chorus song, and Theodore has a good grasp of this song form. He started with the chorus, which is very effective because it gets us right to the hook right away. I also noticed that he used a very consistent rhyme scheme throughout the song, and he even used some nice internal rhymes, which were very effective. Do they see my scars, my aching heart? That's a nice little internal rhyme. Or I won't survive if I'm not alive. That was another one in another verse. I think this melody overall would get a crowd pumped up really quickly. They'd be toe tapping and clapping and possibly even singing along because the music was so memorable and so up tempo. Really enjoyed this. Well, before I give my tweaks on this song, I gotta give my disclaimer. You know, I don't claim to be right about anything. I just promise to give you my best feedback. So take what you like and leave the rest, Theodore. And that goes for anybody else that we tweak here on Tweakatune. But anyway, the first thing I noticed is the long title. I Want to Dream in Color, Not This Black and Blue. I would shorten that title to just I Want to Dream in Color. Why? because the title is the first contact that many listeners have with the song. And if they can't remember it, and then they can't request it when they call the radio station or look for it on iTunes. So keep the title as short as possible, and I think it'll be more memorable for the listener. Also, I think that this song needed more information from me to really get on board. I wasn't really sure where to go with it in terms of my emotions. It talked about a lot of things in the song. It was talking about my scars, my aching heart, the pain that I'm going through, the labyrinth of emotions, but I wasn't sure what was causing all that. And then it kind of confused me because the music was so up-tempo, but the lyrics seemed to be a little bit more of a downer. So I was a little confused emotionally. Now, the difference between the up-tempo melody and the sad lyrics is kind of a gap that we call prosody. Prosody, we try to match the music with the lyrics. And in this case, I think the prosody might be a little bit off. I'd want to go back and revisit it if it were my song and either make this more of a happy lyric or either that or make the music a little more sad to reflect the emotion of the song. I remember one time I took a song to a publisher and he gave me good marks on both the melody and the lyrics, but he said, I think you've got two songs going on here. You need to write new lyrics for the melody and new melody for these lyrics. So I did. I went home and did exactly that, and I ended up with two songs rather than one. So maybe this is something Theodore could consider on this particular song. Well, and the other thing I thought about was melodically. I think this song could use some contrast between the verses and the chorus. There wasn't a whole lot of melodic or harmonic contrast, and we really need to know when we hit that chorus that we're there. So just a thought. The chorus is always the punchline of the song, and it needs to deliver. Well, in conclusion, thanks so much, Theodore, for submitting your song. Really enjoyed it. For more information on Theodore and his music, please contact his website at apostlecredo.com or email him at hennings@apostlecredo.com. And for all the rest of you out there, we're waiting to hear from you. Please look us up on Facebook at facebook.com/Tweakatune or visit our new streamlined website at tunesmithonline.com for submission guidelines. Come on, ladies, we still are short on lady submissions, so please let us hear from you guys especially, and gentlemen too. Thanks again for joining us. Until next time, I'm Mary Dawson. Remember, here at Tweakatune, we believe you, that's you, deserve to be heard. Thanks.
Thanks for joining us for this week's edition of Tweakatune. Now we want to hear from you. Visit the link to our Facebook page to download submission guidelines. Until we tweak again, keep writing.